All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, the honors to Apostle Elders in New York, GMS, salutation to your all around the world. This Sister True, my name is Maya Gala, Bon God, one Chicago branch of Great Millstone. I'd like to make a disclaimer that we are not black Hebrew Israelites. All right, we are Israelites, or Hebrew Israelites, descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The Israelites are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, Black is color, not a nationality. Okay, that's why we don't call ourselves Black Hebrew Israelites. Nobody's a color tar. There's no such thing as Black Nation. The Israelites are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, so right here, man, we got a story about this daughter of Cain named Patty Canyon. All right, so basically, it ran the anti-underground railroad, but basically send the Israelites back into slavery. Or basically Judah, Gad, and Reuben. All right, so that's who was on the slave plantations down there in the South, man. Judah, so-called Negroes; Gad, so-called Native Americans; and Reuben, so-called Simeonians. That's who's on the plantations down south. All right. Yeah, it says right here. It says, who was Patty Canyon? All right, she was the woman who ran a reverse underground railroad. And what did reverse underground railroad? Well, before the Civil War and freeing the slaves, the Underground Railroad, led in part by Harry held hundreds of slaves with freedom. The reverse Underground Railroad did exactly the opposite. It allowed for the kidnapping of free black men and women from the northern areas of the United States, selling them back into the slavery of the South. All right, it said the people who participated in the scheme, Patty Canyon being one of the ringleaders. See, not only that that the men of Cain was murderous and cruel towards the Israelites, so-called niggas. So were the women, man. So were the daughters of Cain. All right. So you can read about this daughter of Cain named Patty Canyon. It said being one of the ringleaders profited greatly off the deals that they made. Canyon also robbed slave catchers and committed a number of murders during her involvement with the Canyon Johnson gang of Maryland. All right, see, these people are born the wickedness, man. I guess it said in Malachi chapter 1, man. All right, I mean, Esau, so-called Caucasians. Well, now we call Cain. Cain, that's how he is, man. That's his nature. That's what he set up, man. All right, it says Patty Canyon's underground dealing eventually led to her arrest in 1829. However, she reportedly killed herself in jail before she could actually be put on trial for her crimes. And Esau, he's weak, man. All right, let me read this. Just get this, man. Amos chapter 1, verse 11, it says right here, it said, thus said Yahweh, for 3 transgression in Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast out his anger until Petra. He kept his wrath. All right, he kept that wrath forever, man. All right, the Underground Railroad doing Jim Crow era, when the slavery is supposed to have been over with. All right, that kept at us, man. All right, the Jim Crow years, man. All right, you know Esau, he's Cain, they're weak, man. All right. Well, I said Cain, I'm talking about the Edomites, so-called Caucasian, man. It's another name we're gonna roll with them, man. We're gonna call them Cain. All right, so here it says Genesis. Let me see. Right here. All right, it says Genesis 25:23. It said Yahweh said unto 2 nations are in thy womb, 2 manner of people shall be separate from thy bowels. All right, 2 different people. The one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. All right, so we're stronger than these sons and daughters of Cain, man. aka Esau. Alright, so she hung herself rather than stand trial. So how weak she is, man. She did all that murder and everything. It said Patty Kane was born sometime around 1760. Though there is not a record of her childhood, it is known but that her father was of British nobility. Alright, supposedly. Alright, because devils, you ain't the real British anyway. It says she eventually married Jesse Canyon, what is now the state of Delaware, and had at least one child, a daughter whose second husband, Joe Johnson, participated in many of the Canyon's crime um, exploits, criminal exploits. She sent out her own slave to lure free black men onto the slave ship. Okay. All right. It said a big party. All right. It said a big party at Patty Canyon business enterprise involving capturing free black men and women selling them to slavery. One of the ways that she did this was with the help of her own slave, a boy named Cyrus James. All right, so you brainwashed. She reportedly raised him and taught him to follow her exact orders, no matter how dubious. So she have, she used that witchcraft. All right, when I mean witchcraft, she did mind control. I said James and the other conspirators would tell the freemen that they had worked for them and would then lead them to a ship moored on a local dock. However, once the freemen got on board the ship, they were officially captives and we trapped below the deck until they be secretly stashed away at Canyon House and ultimately sold at one of the many slave auctions in the South. All right. So right here, she sold formerly free men and women as slaves in the South. Patty Canyon's main source of wealth was in slave trade. She captured free black men and women from the streets of Delaware, Maryland, and Pennsylvania and sold them to slavery in the South. This was particularly egregious crime in the North, especially considering efforts being made by a real Underground Railroad to help slaves escape to freedom in the northern region of the United States. She slowly poisoned her husband to death. All right, man, this is a little she-devil, man. It said Patty Kane married her husband Jesse when she was only 16, worked as a mechanic in Delaware where they raised her children. However, the number of children they had debatable. Some sources state they had at least one, while others claimed they had two. By association, Jesse was a witness to many Patty's evil deeds, though he apparently never tried to stop her from committing them. Then in 1826, he died suddenly. Patty later admitted that she had given him poison. See that? All right, it said her attic was set up as a prison. All right, it said the attic of Patty Canyon's son-in-law Tavern had an iron prison cell in it, ready and waiting house captured men and women. As a raid eventually conducted after neighbors complained to the authorities after the storm of the tavern, the police found 21 people crammed into the attic, with some chained to the wall. Some reports even described dead bodies being found in the basement structure, but this was not confirmed. I believe it. It said 4 bodies were found buried on her Delaware farm. All right. It said Patty Canyon not only kidnapped free black men with children, but she killed them out as well. However, this is where the stories begin to differ. Some say the bodies were found on her Delaware farm, while others claim the bodies were located near her sons-in-law's tavern, while others claim that the bodies were actually found on somebody else's farm. What is known, though, is that 4 bodies were found in Delaware, and she was responsible for each of their deaths. One was adult, the other were 3 children. All right, see that? Okay. All right, so that goes back to let's see, yeah, pure hatred, man. That the women sons and daughters Cain had for Israelites, man, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. It says right here, it says Amos 1:11 said, "Thus said Yahweh, for 3 transgression Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother the sword, and did cast off all pities, and his anger did tear perpetually, and kept his wrath forever." All right. All right, but that's okay, cause hey, we're gonna get Patty Canyon. is going to let's see. No, I get this right here. It's a lot. I'm so used to Blue Letter Bible. All right, but you know, Patty Canyon, she gonna get it back, man. All right, you right here, so alright, cause she wasn't gonna be out there, bro. It's gonna kill her. And it's in the kingdom, bro. It's gonna kill her, resurrect her back, kill her again, bury her again. It says Jeremiah 30:6. As ye now see whether man. Damn, that's not it. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm thinking about something else. Salak. Alright, there you go right here. That's what I'm looking for. Jeremiah 30:16. It said, therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all that every one of us shall go into captivity, and they that spoil shall be spoiled, and all that prey upon thee I will give for a prey. Alright, so you know she's gonna get, man. She's gonna get double for what she did to our people, man. Alright, so we're gonna double. Get this right here. Alright, let me see. No. Alright, let's see. 18. Alright. Said Revelation 18:6. It said, reward her even as she rewarded you, double unto her, double according to her words, in the cup she had filled to her double, man. All right, so you know, Pat Cannon, she gonna get what she's her and her people, man. They'll get double, man, what they did to us. Look right here. It says she confessed to killing 24 people. After being arrested in Delaware, when 4 bodies were discovered buried on the farm, Patty Canyon admitted to killing and helping to kill upwards of 24 people with her bare hands. Most were free black men and women whom she planned to sell in the southern United States, but 3 of them were children and 1 a white slave trader whom she had also robbed. All right, so you know they're not white, they're red. Despite her deeds, Cameron never put on trial. She died before that could happen. All right. Whatever, man. Ain't no cares about father, man. He's a 2-time loser. All right. So right here it said her operation took place out of a tavern. It's a tavern owned by Patty Cannon's son-in-law, Joe Johnson, actors her main base operation. She hid, captured men and women in the attic, supposedly stashed dead bodies in the basement, spent as much time there as she could. And there was a reason for this tavern was located in the borderland between the states and Delaware and Maryland, meaning that half of the property was one in the state and the half was in another. Basically, if authorities from Delaware ever showed up, Cannon could simply walk to the Maryland side of the building, place herself out of their jurisdiction, man. All right, so you know the daughter, the Kane's sons and daughter, Kane are clever, man. All right. So you see right here, man, closing time. These retail stores are closing stores in 2019. We'll take a look at that. Y'all rock this out. 97% of Christians can't pass the basic knowledge quiz. That's interesting. All right, so you know this is it. Shalom.